What's up, Pisces? It's your girl Kelly coming straight at you for the Queen Tarot B in Boston. Yes, I'm in my pajamas. Yes, I'm wearing whatever, and I look like I just crawled out of my deathbed. No, I don't care. I wanted to get your reading out. I had a little bit of time in between readings and wanted to make sure that you guys got your reading. I also have to start all over from Aries, and as you know, if you didn't see it, I put a poll out. The views aren't where they're supposed to be on every single reading, so I am asking people to take a poll on whether or not I should continue to do every sign or just the ones that bother with the high views, because being pregnant, having pneumonia, being in and out of the hospital, being a wife, trying to redo a basement, trying to do 1,000 things. I'm not going to make videos if people aren't going to bother to watch them. And if it's not that, it's negative comments throughout the whole section, which I don't really care about the negative comments. But when that's all I'm seeing, I tend to figure that maybe you don't need the video. I also ask that you drop your sign there in the comments so that I know what signs are really paying attention and what signs I'm going to have to cut out if I choose to do so. Anyway, this is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Mars, and Venus. If this doesn't apply, it is a general read. Take what you can, leave what you can't. I'm going to say this. If you are in a happy relationship and you have no doubts and you're doing well and something negative comes out here, don't apply it to your relationship. Don't take it and try to force the puzzle piece in. I say it all the time. Take what you can, leave what you can't, and bye, Felicia, the rest. The other thing is I just opened my schedule for personal readings. Again, I was just finally released from the hospital. As you can see, I have my halls here. I had bilateral pneumonia again for like the 10,000th time, and I think I have it again. So just letting you guys know that, the schedule is open. My information is in the box below. I have been having trouble getting emails. So if you're having trouble getting through to me, you sent an email and I never replied, please go ahead and find me on Facebook. I'm under Keli Bennett Boston, but it has to be all 3 words and spelled like it is in the box below. Or you can find me on Skype under Trinity32719 at hotmail.com. Okay. Moving on. For you guys, I feel a tremendous sadness in your heart. You're truly, truly missing somebody that, you guys are really hurting. You're truly missing somebody that you let go. It could be a significant other. It could be a family member. It could be a parent that's passed, is what I'm getting. But you're really, really missing somebody. And for those of you that's a significant other, I feel like you're the one who walked away. Like maybe you weren't happy in the relationship at the time, but it took walking away to see what you had. And now it's like you regret leaving because it's like you're finding that there's no one else quite like your match was, like quite like the person who you were dealing with. And I feel like you found that out in the harsh way. Like you tried going out and dating, you tried moving on, you tried seeing other people, and you just found that there's a lot of trickery and bullshit out there. These days, people don't have the same morals that we did growing up. I know that I'm 39, and people don't have the same morals that we did growing up. I know you guys aren't used to seeing me with glasses. Neither am I. The baby took all the moisture from my eyes. I'm 26 weeks pregnant. And they said after the pregnancy, I should be able to get rid of the glasses, but we'll see. And it seems like you've drank from every cup. You've looked at under every corner and under every cushion. It's kind of like searching for change. And you found that this didn't compare to the person you were with. Some of you have a twin flame energy there. Very few. And others of you, it's a soulmate energy or a karmic relationship energy. But now you're finding you're in your single garden, and there's a lot of trickery out there. There's no morals like there used to be. There's no people are not faithful. They're not what you expected when you went out into the dating world. And now you're seriously regretting leaving. And oh, let me say this. Hello, cross watchers. Welcome. If you're cross watching for a Pisces, please know that this can come in your energy as well. So if you recently walked away from a Pisces, this could come in your energy. Just know that I know that. I'm a very complex reader. And go ahead and say, hey, this came in reverse for me. This is my story. But I do know that certain signs come in reversed, and sometimes during retrogrades or when the spirits are feeling like it, the energies just come in the way they want to. And they tell me what they want to, and then they don't tell me anything sometimes, and I have to go based on instinct. And I feel like those small gestures of love are the things you miss the most. Those small gestures that really didn't seem like a lot before. It seemed like the person had changed to you, and they weren't really making those grand gestures of flowers or whatever it is that the equivalent that a female would do. But now those little things are the things that you miss, and you're stuck. It's showing me that you're stuck in this energy of wanting back what you had. They say you never know what you have till it's gone. Very popular old adage, and very true. And maybe this person wasn't keeping up with, the passions in the relationship and things like that, but instead of working out, it looks like you guys may have walked away prematurely or walked away and cut this person off. And now you're out there and you're finding this knowledge, like I said, and you're finding out that people aren't what they seem to be. They don't want to make an offer of love. They're not looking for that. This is a strictly sex-based society now. And people are not looking for an emotional attachment. They're looking for what they can gain from you and move on. And this shows me right here that you may have prematurely cut them off. We've got the Hierophant in reverse. So you may have been with them for quite some time, and the Queen of Swords in reverse. So with the Queen of Swords in reverse, with the, this is the before tarot, with the Knight of Pentacles, he's seeking the knowledge. He's finding the pentacle. And these people who are just finding the pentacle are not going to make an offer toward you. These people are there just for what is justful for them and moving on. And you're finding that rather than finding any sort of satisfaction or fulfillment, you're finding that you're hurt. Pisces, you guys are dreamers and you get hurt very easily. And so you're finding that these people don't handle your feelings the same as your significant other did or the person you're missing did. And that regret is huge for you. And I feel like you're out of contact with this person in a major way. Like they've blocked you or they've moved on and now you don't know what to do. I have to take a minute to take a breath. That's what happens when you have a ginormous baby belly. And I have a ginormous baby belly. I'm 26 weeks and I have no idea where this child is going to go for the next 14. Oh, if you haven't met Skelly, Skelly is the skeleton version of me who is Kelly. Skelly's wearing my wedding dress and my veil, and then my husband decided to add himself into the mix, and he's the ruddy pumpkin head up in the corner. He has the best sense of humor. I don't think I could be with anyone but a Scorpio Sag. As an Aries, Leo Aries, we both have the same twisted sense of humor, so I cracked up laughing, but I also find it creepy that I have a skeleton watching me read. And then I have this pumpkin in the corner that he thought was like the greatest thing since sliced bread. Yeah, so that's what that is, in case you're wondering why the creepy skeleton in the dress. That was my wedding dress. I did a Dia de los Muertos wedding dress, Day of the Dead, to celebrate um, people who couldn't be there. My mom passed away not even a year ago, and pretty much my whole family's passed away. And so I wanted to do something to honor them, and the white traditional wedding dress didn't honor them, and I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. And so the Dia de los Muertos wedding was the best option for me in terms of celebrating those who couldn't be there. And since my mom couldn't be there, like I said, it hasn't even. This fly only comes in here when I'm reading. Other than that, it doesn't bother me. I feel like somebody sent a little spy. I feel like here you guys have an instinct that nothing you do is going to grow this situation. You two are going to continue to butt heads, and it may be that it's time for you to move on, but not to somebody else. Maybe it's time for you to move on, to spend time by yourself and learn your lessons, to learn to love yourself again, guys. You're going to have to let go. The communication you did have, they let you know that they're not interested in returning. They're not interested in having conversation with you. They're not interested in anything but the fight. And I think your instincts have shown you this person most likely is not your twin flame. And I'm going to do a video on that because people seem to think they have twin flames all over the place. Twin flames are 1 in a million. And let me tell you what it took me to get to a twin flame. I went through a lot in my life. If I told you my life story, you'd tell me to write a book. You probably wouldn't believe half of it. Not all of you are in a twin flame relationship, and I've got to call you out on that. There's very few of you that watch this that actually are, and it may piss you off, it may upset you, but twin flame relationships are very, very rare, guys. And what you're dealing with now is you're going through reincarnation after reincarnation, and you may run into that twin flame, but it doesn't mean you're in a relationship with them, and you may never meet them because they only incarnate one at a time until they're ready to unite. And there's so many myths around twin flame relationships that I really need to do like a myth busting session. But it's showing me here that this person no longer finds this celebratory with you, with this 3 of Pentacles. They no longer find this happiness. Since you walked away, they went through their hurt, and now it's your turn to go through that hurt. And it's showing you, this Page of Pentacles here, he has a scar on his face. He's actually in the reverse, but if you look, he has a scar on his face. He's been through the battle. He's earned the information. He's earned the knowledge, and he's ready to move on. He's in the reverse. He's not ready to give his pentacle away. He's not ready to be a part of whatever it is that you want back. You've had your time with this person, and I feel like there's an expiration date. Now, if this does happen to be a twin flame relationship, you guys maybe just aren't meant to be this lifetime. Maybe you were ready to reincarnate together and you thought you were going to conjoin, but something went wrong. And you're going to have to understand that. For some of you, it may be fixable. For others of you, you may have to let it go and try again next lifetime. It hurts like hell, but it doesn't mean that life is over. It means that you still have lessons to learn with other soulmates. And that you'll love again, just not in the same way, guys. It's telling me here with the Hermit that he's plucking the knowledge out of the sky. It's time for you to go within and take that knowledge. If you notice, the snake of temptation is at his feet. And it's curled into, what do they call? I can't even think of what they call those. However, he's not paying attention to that. He's paying attention to the stars in the sky. He's in wonderment of what this is. What's this material? What is this? How can I study it further? He's no longer entertained by the idea of, he's no longer, sorry guys, that's my husband. He's no longer entertained by or she is no longer entertained by the idea of continuing to drink from these cups in the same love and putting in the effort. They feel like they've been backstabbed by you. They feel like they've been betrayed. You left. You walked away. And that's not something that they were expecting. And in that, they feel like you have secrets. You had secrets for why you walked away, or you walked away and you kept secrets. And that's why they're not willing to continue this communication. They're not willing to continue this communication because they don't feel like there's a victory with the Six of Wands there. They feel as though you've kept information from them. And in that information, they feel like there's the truth. They feel like you've been juggling two different lifestyles, telling them one thing, but then going and doing another when they're not around or behind their back. And for them, it's narrowly escaping with their emotions. They're getting out of this horrible water. They're headed toward that beautiful island in the background. And they feel like they've been stuck in this for a while. They've been hurting. And you haven't had that same hurt. And now they're past it, but it's your time to hurt. They can't handle the sleepless nights, the anxiety, all of that anymore. Their option was to move forward without you, and that is exactly what they've done. And like I said, it may be fixable down the line, it may be repairable, but as of right now, there's not a chance. It's not showing success, it's not showing emotional success in action, and it's showing here that they're just simply watching this cat push over these cups of love. They're no longer interested in what these cups have to offer. They're facing a different way. And as a forensic rehabilitation specialist and a profiler, the body language in this says, I no longer care. I'm just looking back out of curiosity to see what the noise is, what the commotion is behind me. They've come to the crossroad. The Three of Wands, they've come to that crossroad and decided to move on. And with the Lover's card, they made their choice. And they're in their single garden. They're taking care of their garden, and they're getting in information, and they're learning new things and meeting new people, and they're doing all of these things. But they feel when they were in contact with you that this is where you led them. You put them kind of in a mind fuck. You put them kind of it's a mind prison for them. They don't understand. They thought their little gestures were okay. You tried talking to them. I'm sorry, but grand gestures of love every single day don't continue in a relationship. They just don't. It's very rare. It takes a twin flame relationship for those grand gestures to continue. And they're telling you, they feel as though you had somebody on the side, or they were having someone on the side because you weren't fulfilling your part of the relationship because you felt like these little gestures weren't enough for you. And so the cycle ended. It shows a tower moment here for you guys. It shows that this is in your recent past, within the past 6 months to a year, usually for me. That family that was so important to you guys, they've now put behind them. This is not what they want right now. They want the single life. They want to be in their single garden. They want to be this person earning the knowledge and meeting new people and building up their single garden. They don't want this anymore. And unfortunately, you're spying on them, you're watching them. They're not resting from this. They've moved on. They're not overindulging and crying and being anxiolytic and all of that anymore. I'm sorry this wasn't a better read, Pisces, but that's what I have for you for today. If you guys have any questions or if you need anything, please feel free to, again, my information is in the box below. I am open for personal readings. But feel free to get in contact with me. I know you guys are probably hating me right now because I just gave you the worst news possible, but I'm always honest. And I want the best for you. And if this person doesn't want to come back, don't force them to come back. Don't force yourself on them because it will not work out. You will continue to butt heads. So with that being said, this is your girl Kelly coming straight at you from the Queen Tarot B in Boston in my pajamas, looking all funky and gross and having bedhead. And I don't care because I'm pregnant and I'm dying. All right, guys, get in touch with me if you need anything, and I will see you on the flip side.